Hey guys, it's Amy here, and today I'm going to be doing the Harry Potter tag. So all of these questions are obviously going to be involving Harry Potter, the magical wonder that it is. If you haven't read Harry Potter yet and you intend to in the future, I would suggest maybe not watching this video because I may spoil the books for you, as I'm going to have to speak about them to answer the questions. You have been warned. Question number 1 is favourite book, and I actually do have a favourite book out of the series, and it is The Prisoner of Azkaban, which is the 3rd book. I think this is primarily to do with the fact that Remus and Sirius Black are first introduced in these books, and they are two of my favourite characters, Remus Lupin being my favourite character of the whole series. So I'll continue on my answer for that one actually in the next question, which is the favourite movie, and the reason why the 3rd book and the 3rd film are my favourite in the whole series is because Voldemort isn't really present in the book at all. I know obviously Voldemort is a main aspect of all of the books and it's kind of a main part of the story, but I actually really enjoy in the book and the movie that Voldemort isn't very present, and that even though he isn't, that is when the story starts getting slightly darker. The kind of foreshadowing of bad things in the future starts happening in that book, I feel, and I just think it's absolutely brilliant. The next question is least favourite book, and I don't think I actually have a least favourite book, but I do have a least favourite film, and that is The Chamber of Secrets. I don't know what it is, I just don't really like watching the film. It's like 2.5 hours long, and I just never really enjoyed it as much as the others. Like, I would watch it, but it's not my favourite. The next question is parts of the books or movies that made you cry. There's a part in The Order of the Phoenix, the book, where Mrs. Weasley is up in a room by herself trying to get rid of a boggart. And obviously if you've read Harry Potter you'll know that the boggart takes on the thing that you're most scared of, and on the floor around Mrs. Weasley were all of the people that she loved, and they were all dead, and I just found that to be such like a poignant and kind of really upsetting part of the book. Definitely one of the most emotional parts in the film for me was when they went back into Snape's memory in the 7th film and just saw him like cradling Lily and crying and sobbing with Harry in the background. I cry so much in that part of the film. Also when they walk into the Great Hall at the end and everyone is around their families and the people that have died, and Lupin and Tonks are there and they're just touching hands, and it just breaks my heart because they left their son, and it's just so sad. Next question is if you could hook up with anyone from Harry Potter, who would it be? And like, there are numerous people that I would hook up with if I had the opportunity. For ages I really liked Draco, for a while I liked Ron, I like Lupin and Sirius even though they're a little bit older. But I think now that the films are ended and Neville has turned into such a hottie, I think I'd go with Neville if that was an opportunity. Next question is favourite character, and I've already answered that one. It's Remus Lupin. He's just brilliant. I love him. Moving on, the next question is what would your Patronus be? And I think it would either be an owl or a cat, depending on what pet I had. If I had a pet cat, I would have an owl as a Patronus, but if I had a pet owl, I'd have a cat. It would just be nice to have both of them. I think owls are gorgeous, knowledgeable, just beautiful creatures, but also I think in my own personality I'm quite cat-like. I like cuddling up in blankets and sitting by fires and reading and stuff. Like I think that would fit me quite well. Next question is if you could have the Invisibility Cloak, the Resurrection Stone, or the Elder Wand, which would you have? I think I'd probably go for the Invisibility Cloak just because sometimes it would be quite nice to just sneak about the place, not really be noticed. Sometimes it is just nice to be sat there and not be noticed by people, so Invisibility Cloak I think. Next question is what house would you be in? And I'm a Ravenclaw, that's where Pottermore put me, and that's always where I thought I would go. I think one of the main reasons behind that is my favourite colour is blue, and I think if I could wear nice blue scarves and things all the time I'd quite enjoy it. The next question is if you could meet any member of the cast, who would it be? I would love to meet Maggie Smith, who played McGonagall. I think she is a brilliant woman. Also I wouldn't say no if I got the chance to meet Remus Lupin either. There are so many good actors and actresses in that film. I think it would just be pretty awesome to meet any of them. Next is have you played any of the video games? And yes, I had the Chamber of Secrets PlayStation 2 game, which I was so bad at and it stressed me out quite a bit, and I think I just gave up in the end. I also have the Harry Potter Lego games for my Nintendo DS. Next is if you were on the Quidditch team, which place would you play? And I think honestly I would play like the Seeker, just because they don't really get involved with much else in the game. Like if I had the responsibility of like throwing stuff at someone else or catching something from someone or hitting things. I just don't think I'd be very good at it. But if I just had a job to do by myself where I could just focus and do it and not rely on other people or have other people rely on me, I think I'd do it quite well. The penultimate question is, were you happy with the ending? And yes, I think I'd say that I was, although there were some unnecessary deaths in there and I was really sad about some of it. But I think J.K. Rowling did a really good end to a series that was that long and that epic. I think it was really great. And the final question is, how much does Harry Potter mean to you? I don't really know how to answer that question, but it means a hell of a lot. It's on par with like the Lord of the Rings and all of the other things that I really, really love. And I know for sure I would not be the person I am today without having read those books in my life. I would be completely different, I think, if I hadn't read those books. So I love it a lot. I tag everyone, as I'm not sure who has and hasn't done this video. Feel free to say that I tagged you if you want to do this video. Let me know if you do it and put the link down below. As always, I will leave links to Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, everything that I mentioned today down below. I hope you're all having a fantastic day and I will see you soon. Bye! I have a whole tote bag full of books which they gifted us at the meal. It says Ocean of Books on the back and it is gorgeous. They basically just gave us a